It's time for baseball on MLB Network. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the Boston Red Sox and the Blue Jays. Hello again, everybody. Baseball is back. Welcome to our special opening day broadcast on MLB Network. I'm joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. The staffs for these two teams sure to be a focal point as this series moves along.
Just like any team, pitching is going to be a key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but if they can pitch like they can, I think this team is going to be pretty successful.
The game's count starting now. Opening day on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Bob Feller gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matty B, this ought to be exciting. This is one of the top young pitchers in the game right now. He keeps getting better. He keeps learning. And if he continues at this pace, this guy has a chance to be one of the more reliable pitchers in the game.
Standing in, Andrew Benintendi. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fastball, strike three called, and he's caught looking to begin the afternoon. So one away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring up the former MVP second baseman Dustin Pedroia. One out, nobody on. A ball and two strikes now. Feller has made a name for himself as a starter that simply misses the barrel of the bat. He rarely allows a large number of hits, and he does a pretty good job at keeping the ball in the ballpark when the hitters do make contact.
Yeah, Matt, and that's not an easy thing to do. I think one of the reasons is he changes speeds really well, and he throws both sides of the plate. One of the keys to missing the barrels, you have to be able to throw inside and throw outside, and he's about as good as it gets in baseball at missing barrels.
At the plate now, J.D. Martinez. Fouled off. Two out, nobody on. Now he extends nicely, and this ball's driven to right field and deep. And this one is gone. A home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. First home run of the campaign for him, and that will break the seal early here. It's quickly 1-0.
Well, after a long winter and a grueling spring, everyone is anxious to get the season started, but to start it off with a home run, there's no better way to get your campaign underway. He was rounding the bases thinking, hey, this is going to be a good year.
Into the box now, Xander Bogaerts. Count even at 2-2. popped him up. Olurde moving to his left. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. The Red Sox are on the board thanks to the solo home run. Bottom of the first coming up. Boston's off to a 1-0 lead. Chris Sale is on the mound for the season opener on the road in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
200 strikeouts on the season last year. That's not an easy thing to do. You definitely consider this guy a strikeout pitcher, and if he brings the same stuff that he had last year into this new season, we could see more than 200 strikeouts 2 years in a row.
Stepping in, Tony Gwynn. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Base hit, and that's their first of the new campaign.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting this baseball back.
Roberto Alomar.
So now to the plate, Roberto Alomar. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Gwynn aboard here at first with nobody out. Late swing, but he's still able to get a lot of this one out toward deep right field. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. First home run of the campaign for him as Toronto has taken a 2-1 lead.
This is exactly what you want your offense to do, to get your fans involved. Bottom of the first inning, let's get it started early with a home run.
Into the box, Ted Williams. Drilled right back up the middle, and Pedroia will stretch, but it's into center field for a base hit. Oh, but they throw it away at second.
Well, that's what he gets for trying to do too much, and instead of eating it and holding him on first, he panics a bit and sails the throw. Now he's got a man in scoring position and nobody to blame but himself.
To the plate now, Mickey Mantle is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. Ranging back is Bradley to the track, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall.
Sometimes you get off on the wrong foot, and it's hard to get back on the right one. That's the fourth hit he's given up here already in the early going. He's got to find a way to string some outs together, or he's going to be in some deep trouble.
In now, Chipper Jones. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Working for the punch out and the offering. And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. And the run is in to score from second, and it's a 4-1 game.
Hey, guys, I like the execution by the batter there. He got a hanger in the middle of the plate. He could have come unglued, but he didn't. He stayed focused and drove a line drive base hit.
At the plate, Cal Ripken. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. The 2-2. Belted high and deep into right center. Verdugo looks up. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. First home run of the campaign for him. And it's now a 6-1 ball game.
Walking around the cage during BP, they talked about wanting to be aggressive early in this one, and they've done exactly that. Second home run already in the first inning.
Into the box now, Johnny Bench. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. He's around first, heading for 2. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Well, this doesn't have the makings of a start he's going to be proud of, does it? He's getting absolutely pounded here in the first inning, and I would think they're not going to let this go on for much longer.
Here comes the Red Sox manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound, and he's going to make a change, as that'll be all for his starter, Chris Sale. So, boy, that ERA is going to take a bit of a tumble here as he gets cuffed around pretty good and winds up not being able to survive the first. Ryan Weber comes on to work much earlier than anticipated, obviously, as he'll try and right the ship in the very first inning.
Weber.
Ken Griffey Jr. will be the first one to greet him here, as he'll be doing so with the runner in scoring position and still nobody out. The 3-2 pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second. There to get it is Pedroia. And there's one down now.
Batting ninth, the first baseman, John Olurde.
Into the box now, John Olurde. Here's the 2-1. Here's a swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field. Back for it is Bradley, but this one's going to kick off the wall as he arrives at second without a play, as also on the play a run comes across to score. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
So now to the plate, Tony Gwynn. That's in there, base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only one away.
You know who's the happiest man in the building right now? His starting pitcher. He's got a big old smile on his face. He knows he has a 6-run lead here in the early going to work with. You can't let that take away your edge, though.
At the plate now, Roberto Alomar lifted the other way to left center. Chasing after it is Bradley, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. Gwynn rounds the corner and is headed home. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield.
This thing was a double or more the second it left his bat. He really drove it well, and it ended up one-hopping the wall out there. And more importantly, he picks up 2 RBI along the way.
Standing in now, Ted Williams. Hard on the ground towards short, and that's through into left, a base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with one away.
Number 7.
Hey guys, he's not known for being a singles hitter right here, but that's his second knock of the game.
And I'm sure he'll take them, but the guys on the other side of the scorecard might be thinking we really avoided a worse fate. Into the box, Mickey Mantle. Back up the middle. And that is through into center field, a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score. So this ugly first inning continues, and it's about time to start scrambling for the record book. If you're wondering, most runs scored in the first inning by an American League team, 14, set most recently by the Red Sox back in 2003. At the plate, Chipper Jones. Here's a drive out toward left center field. Mantle is on his way home. He comes across to score as they extend their lead even further.
I thought this was getting ugly when they scored double digits in runs, but they tack on a couple more here to make it an even dozen. You're going to win about 99% of the games when you score 12 runs. Simple as that.
Heath Hembry comes on to work much earlier than anticipated, obviously, as he'll try and right the ship in the very first inning. To the plate now, Cal Ripken. Line towards center field. And that's in there. Base hit. Jones rounds third and is digging for the plate. And he's safe at the plate as they extend their lead even further.
Boy, this guy's having a great game here so far, D-Roll. Home run earlier in the night, and that base hit right there drives in his third run batted in of this game.
Yeah, you drive to the park every day hoping your rhythm and timing is on point with that pitcher's windup, and that's exactly been the case today. He not only mixed in that big bomb, but now he's got 3 ribbies to boot.
Moreland is there. One there. On to Moreland, and they roll 2 to end the inning. But they threw up a really crooked number there as 13 men crossed the plate. We'll go on to the top of inning number 2. Toronto leads this one 13-1. All set for the start of the inning, and set to go as the third baseman, Rafael Devers.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
And it's fouled away. The 3-2 one more time. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
So now to the plate, Mitch Moreland. 3 balls and a strike to count to Moreland.
I can't tell you how big a pitch the last one was. The difference between 3-1 and 2-2. 2-2, you're probably taking a turn for the dugout.
We got 3-2 now. And there are our umpires for this one. Working the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the business, in my opinion, but sometimes has a tendency to fall into a pattern where he's given a little bit too much on that outside corner.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no doubt home run. Mitch Moreland with a solo home run. First home run of the campaign for him, but that'll do little more than make a dent in this big deficit.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Stepping up now, Alex Verdugo, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Bases are empty, 1 man out. High and deep to right center. Mantle's on the move. To the track, to the wall. Gone! Back-to-back homers. Solo shot to right center. First home run of the campaign for him, but they're going to need a few more here as they're still well behind. We're watching an impressive power display today. With that one, these two teams have now hit a combined 5 homers in this game.
Matty V, this is turning into home run derby part 2. D-Row, 5 bombs already in this one.
Yeah, there's a fight at the bat rack for both teams right here. A lot of missed locations right out over the heart of the plate, and neither side is missing.
In now, Christian Vasquez. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Still only 1 out in the inning. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Batting 9.
Settling in now, Jackie Bradley Jr. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. The 2-2 one more time. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. On now to the bottom of the second. The Jays lead it 13-3. Last half of the second set to go, and here comes Junior.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Benintendi's got it, and there's 1 away.
Now back, first baseman, John Olurde.
Digging in for his second at-bat, John Olurde. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everyone seems to be putting barrel on baseball in this lineup.
And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. Number 9 batter comes through that time as it'll now be up to the top of the order with 1 away.
19.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Runners on first with 1 down. Lifted down the line in left. Benintendi in pursuit, and no one will track it down. From the belt, the pitch. Line drive, base hit.
I know this guy isn't known for his hitting prowess, but that's a nice job right there. Getting a single on a 3-2 pitch in the middle of the zone. Grab your glove and flash some left.
Stepping in now, Roberto Alomar. Lifted the other way out to left center. Chasing after it is Bradley. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the left fielder, Ted Williams.
In now, Ted Williams. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
And this is sliced hard down the left field line. And this is turning ugly now as this ball's down for extra bases. He's in at second safely as a run will score on the play as well. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. Into the box, Mickey Mantle. Left center, base hit. He pulls into second safely as 2 runs come across to score away from the play.
Yeah, they've been crushing it at the plate all game long, as 16 runs on the scoreboard can attest. Not much you can say or do on the other side of it. Just have to get over it and get after it again next time.
At the plate, Chipper Jones. Hard liner toward short. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. The runner from second crosses the plate.
Man, I think I've run out of superlatives to talk about their offensive production in this one. Some teams don't score 17 runs in a 4-game set, let alone in 1 game here. It's been incredible.
Darwinzon Hernandez enters from the pen in just the second inning, so they'll hope to get some length out of him and have him stay out there for a while.
Darwinzon Hernandez.
At the plate now, Cal Ripken. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Jones ignores his coach. He's chugging for home. Safe at the plate as they extend their lead even further.
Wow, this has been a memorable game, but for all the wrong reasons. They've given up a staggering 18 runs here, and they can't go home yet. Can you say painful?
Into the box now, Johnny Bench takes this the other way to right. Verdugo is there to put it away and finally put an end to the inning. 9 men come to the plate, however, 5 of them score. We've played 2 full. The Jays are out in front, 18-3. And that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. One and two.
Ooh-wee. That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
And a swing and a miss as he picks up yet another strikeout. 6 of them already, and there's 1 gone in the inning.
I like how he worked him backwards for that strikeout there. He wasn't showing the fastball early in the at-bat, but then went back-to-back once he had the hitter down in the count.
Standing in now, Dustin Pedroia. In the air, down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. 1 out, nobody on. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Williams is there. 2 gone.
Now batting, designated hitter, J.D. Martinez.
Stepping up to the plate, J.D. Martinez. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here. Here now the 2-2. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Down in order go the Red Sox, and they remain well behind. And we're back for the bottom of the 3rd. Let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Blue Jays to discuss his thoughts on his team's lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Of their hits, 7 of them have come from at-bats where they were behind in the count. Now, hitting in pitchers' counts is pretty much never the recipe for success, but the fact that they've done such a great job of that today is pretty good proof that these guys are battling every trip to the plate.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Bottom of the third now, and standing in is the DH, Ken Griffey Jr. The 1-1. Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. And this will get all the way out toward the 375 sign now. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Well, lefty on lefty, this is a tough matchup, but he stays in there, keeps that front shoulder close, and just rips the pitch for a two-bagger. Nice job of defying the odds there.
To the plate now, John Olurde. High in the air and deep to left center field.
Looking up is Benintendi.
Gone! So a two-run shot to left center. First home run of the campaign for him as this lead got even wider. We've seen these squads go yards 6 times now today. This game has developed into an absolute slugfest, huh, guys?
Dan, they're absolutely knocking the cover off the ball. I'm curious to get your take on this. I didn't find it to be the truth. I didn't mind hitting at night, but a lot of guys say they see the ball better during the day.
You know what's funny, D-Roll, is I preferred to pitch in night games as opposed to day games. I always thought it was advantage to the hitter, and so far that looks like it's the case in this one right here. They must be seeing the ball really well because they're just absolutely smoking the baseball right now.
Into the box, Roberto Alomar takes this the other way to right. But the catch is made on the line out there. Will they have a shot at doubling him off first? Now a throw behind the runner, and it's in time to get him. And that, folks, is the danger of the hit and run. The 2-1 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
This pitcher's bringing it with some high velo. You better get that front foot down early and get ready, or he's going to throw it right by you.
The 2-2. Hard hit ball to second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors and no one left on base. 3 innings complete. The Blue Jays on top, 20-3. So digging in now, Xander Bogaerts 0 for 1 after a pop out in foul territory his first time through.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him.
He's just ringing up strikeouts left and right. But what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
Stepping in now, Rafael Devers. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. And he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
I'll tell you, it's hard to get more of a confidence boost than striking out the best hitters in the lineup back to back to back. He's looking really sharp right now.
At the plate now, Mitch Moreland. High in the air out to center field. And Mantle makes the catch. The inning is over. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. And as you can see, they are way behind. Bottom of the inning now. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Mickey Mantle. The 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2. The 1-2. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Verdugo backing up on it. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Now batting, the third baseman, Chipper Jones.
Digging in to try it again, Chipper Jones. It was an RBI single for him in his last plate appearance. The 1-1 home. Line drive to left. Into the slide, and he comes up with a great catch for the second out.
The batter, number 8, shortstop, Cal.
That's a slick play out there as we take a look at it on show motion. He was charging in quickly, and he slides to get under the ball just before it reaches the ground and gets the out. Well done.
So standing in, Cal Ripken, and we'll see if he can get something into the gap to make it interesting. He's had a great game so far, but needs the triple to complete a cycle. He's set. Here's the 3-2. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Verdugo looks up. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. Solo shot to right center. His second home run of the game as they just continue to pour it on here. Well, if you're just joining us, that's the 7th home run hit so far in this game. Really unbelievable stuff.
Yeah, Dan, this doesn't make sense. It's absolutely freezing outside. The last place you want to be is in a batter's box, and this offensive team is driving balls out of the yard.
This is what's crazy about the game of baseball, Dero. You would think under these conditions it would be all in favor of the pitchers. That has been anything but the case so far in this one.
The batter, the designated hitter, Ken Griffey Jr.
Into the box now, Ken Griffey Jr. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Bradley on the run. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. It's a run on 2 hits, 1 left. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. Toronto leads this one 21-3. the next up will be Alex Verdugo. He'll start off the fifth in this one.
Well, Matt, this is one of the problems. This guy's a good fastball, particularly low fastball hitter. It doesn't matter how hard or how low you throw it. That's right into this wheelhouse. What you want to do with this guy is move the ball from the belt up to get him to chase something that maybe he'll pop up in the infield.
The 1-2. A curveball hit right back at him. And he'll flip on to first to record the out.
Had to protect there with 2 strikes. And he just got it off the end of the bat. Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
At the plate, Christian Vasquez. First time up, he went down looking.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in this at-bat.
And he fouls this one off. Drilled to the right side. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball.
Adapt and persevere. That's what I always said on the offensive side. Down in the count right there. Batter hits a ground ball the other way. He's able to fight off a tough count and get himself a base hit.
So now to the plate, Jackie Bradley Jr. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
Now batting, left fielder, Andrew.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. And he's at risk of the old hat trick. 2 strikeouts on his line so far.
Yeah, and it seems like these hat tricks and golden sombreros are a lot more common than they were, say, 10, 15 years ago. Guys have stopped worried about striking out as much. It's really been an ideological shift in the game. That's a big topic of debate.
Yeah, guy's not going to worry about 3 strikeouts if he can add a game-winning hit to that line. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Fouled away. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Fouled off. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. Red Sox lead 1, and they remain well behind. Ryan Brazier gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Standing in, John Olurde, and he's got a shot at history here, but he'll need a triple to complete the cycle.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Waiting on it is Benintendi. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The right fielder, number 19, Tony Gwynn.
Standing in a perfect 4 for 4 so far, Tony Gwynn. And we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here. Line drive to left. Oh, and this kicks right off of him. He'll get it into second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. Digging in, Roberto Alomar. He was a double play victim last time around. this is hit the other way out toward left field.
Waiting on it is Benintendi.
And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
The left fielder, Ted Williams.
Ready now, Ted Williams. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Lifted the other way to left center.
On the run is Benintendi.
He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Toronto, but not to fear as they hold a commanding lead. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, Dustin Pedroia.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And it's fouled away. Hit on the ground out to short. Reined in. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting, designated hitter, J.D. Martinez.
Digging in, J.D. Martinez. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
I'll tell you, he's showing no signs of tiring right now. Still looks razor sharp from what I can tell, so I think he might last a while longer if he can keep this up.
Standing in now, Xander Bogaerts. 2-2 the count. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And he fouls this one off. Another 2-2 offering.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he's got another one here. 12 punch-outs now in the ball game, and that'll end the inning. Down in order go the Red Sox. And as you can see, they are way behind. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and set to go is the switch-hitting outfielder, Mickey Mantle. The 1-1. Smoked the other way, high and deep to left.
Looking up is Benintendi, and it's gone as they add still another.
A solo shot here to left. First home run of the campaign for him as the blowout continues. Plate now, Chipper Jones. Slapped hard the opposite way, but he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
Now batting, shortstop, Cal Ripken Jr.
Stepping in, Cal Ripken. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in 1 game. His last at bat, his 2nd home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit more carefully in this AB.
Into right field, that's a base hit. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. Stepping in now, Johnny Bench. Oh, and he leaves that one right over the plate as this is sent high and deep out to right center field. And it is gone, a home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. First home run of the campaign for him as this lead got even wider. Gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. At the plate, Ken Griffey Jr. Now that ball is smoked, carrying to deep left. Looking up is Benintendi. That one's out of here. Back-to-back home runs. A solo shot for Junior. First home run of the campaign for him as they just continue to pour it on here. Into the box, John Olurde. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the 2nd out.
Well, we'll see a lot of these power arms coming out of the bullpen in these days, but it doesn't make it any less impressive to me. I love watching guys come in and blow smoke right by guys.
At the plate now, Tony Gwynn. Line drive to left. And that's another base hit for him. He's on a tear in this one. So a great job on a 1-2 pitch to keep the inning alive.
How frustrating is that, Dan? He tries to bury something in with 2 strikes, and this guy throws out a fillet of fish to the opposite field.
You know, sometimes you have to tip your cap that inside-out swing. As a pitcher, you think you've thrown a good pitch, but sometimes as a hitter, they put a good swing on it and still ends up for a base hit.
Into the box now, Roberto Alomar. Line drive to center field, and that's in there, base hit.
Dan, with that single, he's now 3/4 of the way to hitting for the cycle. Toughest one still on the shelf, though. He's got to get it triple.
Yeah, that's you said it, Vero. That's one of those that's either got to hit right down the line or one of those tweeners in the gap. He has enough speed, so if he can find a gap or find one down the line, maybe he can do it, and he's going to at least get one more at bat in this one.
So now to the plate, Ted Williams.
Giving chase is Benintendi.
He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. So 4 runs in the inning, but of note there was that they came on the strength of 3 home runs. 7th inning coming up. The Jays lead it 25-3. Seventh inning ready to roll, and that brings up the third baseman, Rafael Devers.
it doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Fouled away. The 1-2. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game.
He's really racked up the strikeouts in this one. And this guy's been victimized 3 times already today. He and this lineup are clearly having a really tough time picking him up.
To the plate now, Mitch Moreland. Count is 1-2 now.
He got the fastball where he wanted and just pulled off of it.
1-2, here it comes. Three runs, 4 hits, and 1 error on the Boston line score. Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game.
Matt, just about everything he's doing is working. All of his pitches, great command, great location, and the big key, with 2 strikes, he's attacking the zone.
In now, Alex Verdugo. Popped up. And Chipper will take this one in, and the side is retired. Red Sox go down 1-2-3, and they remain well behind. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and digging in is the outfielder, Mickey Mantle. Oh, now here's a drive out to the alley. He's through first and hustling for second. And he is into second base with a leadoff double. Off the bat, it was pretty clear right away that hit was going to get him at least 2 bases.
Yeah, Matt, some people like to crow about homers and powering drives, but you have to like hits like this. A no-doubt double the second it left his bat. Like you said, the only question was whether the outfielders were going to be able to keep him at second, which they did.
Josh Taylor comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. At the plate, Chipper Jones rips this one to first. Boy, and the shellacking continues as this is down for extra bases. Throw into second. Throw to second, but he's in there. As also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Back-to-back doubles now, and that's a great way to get an inning going. The leadoff man shows him how it's done, and he comes right behind him following suit. Lacing a double of his own could be a big inning if this continues.
Standing in now, Cal Ripken. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Chasing after it is Bradley. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third.
The catcher, number 5, Johnny Bench.
Ready to take his hacks again, Johnny Bench, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up. Here's the 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes now. Taylor, a 6'5" left-hander. He's a second-year big leaguer. Takes this the other way to right. Verdugo has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And even with 2 away now, that ball just didn't get out there deep enough, so they'll hold him at third base.
Griffey Jr.
Digging in once again, Ken Griffey Jr. He's looking for his 3rd hit of the ball game here.
And in that last at bat, it makes you think this guy might have went up there looking for the breaking ball, because he certainly got a breaking ball, and he didn't miss it. Hit it right on the screws.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Benintendi will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. A run on 2 hits here for Toronto. 8th inning coming up. The Jays are out in front, 26-3. Ready to begin the 8th, and now it'll be the catcher, Christian Vasquez. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. With that, we'll give you a look at our starter comparison for the two starting pitchers in the game. And the column to look at is the one on the right side of your screen. Not too many hits to go around at this point in the ball game. Now to the plate, Jackie Bradley Jr. He was a ground-out victim last time up. Bases are empty, one man out. High in the air out towards shallow right. Gwynn is there, and he has it for the out.
Now batting, left fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Andrew Benintendi. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, Matty, he needs to clean it up. He's already got the hat trick. The boys are wondering if the golden sombrero is soon to follow. Gotta lock this AB in.
Gwynn is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Down in order go the Red Sox. And as you can see, they are way behind. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And set to go is the veteran first baseman, John Olurde. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. This is line to left. Benintendi's got it, and there's one away.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Here's the payoff pitch. Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those two at bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
Stepping in now, Roberto Alomar, lifted in the air to center field. Bradley is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
The left fielder, number 9, Ted Williams.
Now at the plate, Ted Williams. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Slapped hard the opposite way. And Benintendi's got it to end the inning. Blue Jays held in check, but you can forgive them as they still hold an enormous lead. Dennis Eckersley takes the mound here. Not a save situation, of course, because of the big lead, but he'll try to finish it out nonetheless. Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Up next for the Red Sox, the designated hitter, J.D. Martinez.
And that'll bring up J.D. Martinez. He went down on strikes last time up. 1-1. Hit hard on the ground to short. And a backhanded try into the hole that's short, but this gets on by.
Well, that's not a bad pitch right there. That's a pretty good sinker. He just happens to hook that one right into left field for a base hit.
Yeah, he got the bat head out right there, Dan, and was able to get that one to left field.
So now to the plate, Xander Bogaerts. And a bouncing ball, foul. As we near the end of this one, I think it's safe to say that the story of the game has undoubtedly been the long ball. Guys, what do you think about what we've witnessed?
Well, as a former offensive player, I absolutely love it. Kudos to both lineups for doing absolute damage today. One of the most fun watches of the year.
You know, D-Roll, what this shows me is this new age way of guys going up there, and they're swinging hard. You need to make good pitches, quality pitches, and if you don't have command of the fastball, you're in for a long day, and we saw that here this afternoon, a ball flying.
On to first, and he rolls a double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
Yeah, and they end this thing with style, turning that double play to preserve the win. That's what we call finishing strong.
26-3 today. The Toronto Blue Jays brought their big bats to the park in this one, hammering 7 home runs. Bob Feller gets the win on the mound, his first of the year, as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. Chris Sale was hit hard to the tune of 7 earned as he takes the loss. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 9 minutes. Paid attendance at Rogers Center this afternoon, 49,282. The Blue Jays thank you for your continued support and remind you to please drive home safely.